Hey everyone, welcome back to the Daily Try. Today I've got another very special guest with me. Today I've got SANELE Shange, who I met at Challenge Roth. I heard his incredible story after I was asked to interview him for Challenge, and I couldn't believe some of the stuff I heard when I looked him up and saw him on an interview with Breakfast with Bob. So since then, I've always wanted to have SANELE on the channel to talk to him more and for myself to learn more about him, but also to introduce him to all of you. So, SANELE, thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait for you to share your story. And I think everyone's just going to love not only how incredible of an athlete you are and your story, but also just how great of a person you are and that smile that I loved seeing when I first met you.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Trev. I really appreciate your time, everything, like the support. First time I met you in Rod, it was amazing. You treat me like a member of the family, the Challenge Road family. It was truly amazing. Like it was a lifetime experience for me. That was so amazing. Thank you so much, Trev, for everything you have done for me while I was in Rod. Also, see of the one who I was staying with, who gave me the homestay. That was the most amazing time I ever had in Germany.
It was incredible. And we're going to unpack that all. I want you to talk about Roth because I love that experience as well. But first, I've got to go back in time. We got to rewind the clock. I want to hear all about your story. And first off, for the audience, a little bit of background on why we connected. We happened to be born pretty close to each other. So that was right off the bat. We felt really connected. So it's pretty cool. So tell us about where you're from and go from there.
I'm SANELE Shange from South Africa, down in KZN. I live in Durban, but I grew up in a rural area called Kingindlovu. It's like it's a north coast of KZN. I think from Durban, it's like hundreds kilometers from Durban. It's like 2 hour drive. So from the young age, I was doing like athletics. I was more into athletics, also soccer. But I started with soccer, and then while I was young, like I was in primary, I was playing soccer a lot. So I also got to trials in 2005, where I had to go to trials for the biggest teams here in South Africa, which is Orlando Pirates. But like I couldn't make it to the team because what soccer trials, in soccer trials, you have to have a real kind of skills. For
Yeah.
me coming from the rural area, it was not easy for me to make it to the team. So
Mm.
after I came back from soccer trials, then I started doing athletics, and then like from 2005 up until 2010, I was into athletics, and then after I graduated my grade 12, and then like I got the sports bursary to University of Johannesburg. So I went to Johannesburg to study. It's a diploma in transportation management, and I did my 2 years. I couldn't finish my degree due to sports politics,
Oh.
because they took the athletic budget to rugby field. So down
Mm.
in South Africa, rugby is more important than athletics. So
Mm.
when it comes to sports politics, so it's end up like where I have to pay my academics, so I couldn't afford to pay for myself. So I had to like go back home. That way, I spent like 2 years staying at home. That way, I was like, no, man, what the use of staying home, like not chasing my dreams? This is my dream. So I started doing athletics, and then I went back to. So my father, I got a house in Durban, so I had to stay with my father in Durban. So where I started focusing, getting back into shape when I have to do some lot of like trail run. And then I have to
Mm.
join it was a Savages Athletics Club down here in Durban. I was also got a support from a strong lady, beautiful lady. She's a great legend here down in South Africa. She is called Blanche Mola. She was the first Black South African to get the SA colors going to the World Champs in athletics.
Wow.
Her name is Blanche Mola. So she always assists us in terms of buying us running shoes, all the stuff. So like there was this time where I was like doing the drills inside the swimming pool, because when you're in athletics you have to be good when it comes to drills so you can get the right rhythm. So I saw this guy who knows me from athletics. So he was like, "Nah, man, I think you like." He saw me swimming, so like, "You know how to swim?" I was like, "Yeah, I can swim." I was like, "Nah, do you know anything about triathlon? I was like, triathlon? I was like, nah, I think I have seen it in Olympics where I was watching Henry Schoeman down in South Africa, or he's also in Durban.
Oh,
So like
yes.
I was like, yeah, I know this guy, Henry Schoeman. So he is also a good runner. So I
Yes.
always see him when we were doing some track session. I'm like, oh, this is the guy that was in the Olympics for South Africa, representing South Africa in the Olympics for triathlon. So that way I started loving triathlon. I would see him training. I was like, no, man, I think I can do this. Why not? So I started doing like a duathlon because like I couldn't swim better. That was the thing. I know how to swim, but to swim fast, I
Yes.
had to start joining. Like, okay, first thing, like I talked to Blanchmore, I think I'm interested in triathlon. He's like, but like you don't have a bike. The bike are too expensive. So the Savages Athletic Club, they donated me. They bought me my first bike that I have to use. And then I was racing. My first race was a Durban Ultra. Where I have to swim like 1.9, 90K bike and run 21.
What was the bike they gave you? What was the bike they gave you?
It was a steel bike.
That's tough.
And I had to race with my Savages athletic vest, with my running tights, with my running shoes.
Ooh.
And but I was lucky. We didn't swim because like the sea was rough. So we started like running. They say we have to do like a duathlon. We're running like 1K on the beach and then like straight to the bike. So like on the bike, I was struggling a lot because I was using my running tights.
Oh, that must have been painful.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
so
tough.
I get off the bike, I couldn't run. That way, like I know, okay, my strongest discipline is running. But when I get to running, I couldn't run because like I was out. But I was so strong because like I was determined or no, I need to finish this race. That was my first race. It was Durban Ultra, and then after Durban Ultra, and then I started getting like into triathlon where I started joining it's a tri-lab team down in Durban. He's running by Glenn Gore. I think you know Glenn Gore. He was a big guy into triathlon long time ago. Because like also like Belinda, she knows Glenn Gore because he used to race with like Glenn Gore long time ago. So like I get to his triathlon club, and then like there where I started like swimming, and then like same year I started joining triathlon, and then like I had to qualify for duathlon world champs and also triathlon world champs same year.
Wow.
But I couldn't make it to the world champs because like I couldn't afford. Here in South Africa, you have to pay yourself to go to the world champs, so I couldn't afford it. So I have to open an account. They call it it's a Beke Body account.
Okay.
Where they have to donate all the stuff. So like my target, I have to raise funds like 150,000, but I couldn't make it because like down in South Africa the currency is too weak. Everyone is struggling, man. So like I did understand the money that I was able to raise was like 13,000. But I couldn't make it to the world champ. So I took that 13,000. I have to buy my first TT bike with that 13,000. It was a second-hand TT bike.
Nice.
Yeah. That way things started to get serious. And then I started training under the guys. Because now I'm able to sit with the guys. I got my TT bike. Even if I have to go to races, it was easy for me. Then like I got a support also with Gary Babich, who is the guy who's helping me with everything. Gary Babich gave me the job. He's supporting my dreams. He like, in terms of like everything when it comes to triathlon, Gary Babich is the one who helped me up until I get where I am with triathlon. So Gary Babich tried also to raise some funds for me to get an entry for my first full Ironman down in PE. So I went to PE doing my first full Ironman. And then like also down here in South Africa, the sea is always rough, man. So like we swim short for my first full Ironman. We swim like it was 1.6. Yeah, 1.6. And then like I got second position in my age category. But like off the bike, I was leading the race. Wow. But last like 8 kilometer, I cramped and then I had to walk. And then that way the guy, they passed me, and then I came position 2, and then I was qualified to represent South Africa for World Champs in Hawaii.
That is incredible. Wow.
Yeah, it was incredible, man. That was in my first Ironman, and I have to qualify to Hawaii to go to Hawaii, which was my dream to go to Hawaii.
Wow. Man, we got so much to unpack there. That is an incredible journey. How long did it take you from when you first started in triathlon to get to that point to qualifying for Hawaii?
Now it only took me like 3 years.
3 years. Okay. And
Yeah, only
how fast was your time there in South Africa? I know it was a short swim, but still we can kind of understand.
it was 80-41.
8:41. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
So even
it
if
was
you had it,
80-41.
that's incredible. Just 3 years later on, on the TT bike that you probably weren't too familiar with. And that's unreal, man. So who is your biggest inspiration? You mentioned Henry Schumann. Who else was your biggest inspiration during that time that was motivating you?
To be honest, it's Jan Frodeno.
I think the same for most of us.
Nah, I was crazy, man, to meet Jan Frodeno in Hawaii. And like the day I met Jan Frodeno, I felt like I own this world, to be honest with you.
I bet. Oh, that is amazing. Oh, cool.
Yeah, like I think he was having an interview with Bob in Hawaii, and then after the interview, and then I went to him. I have some chats with him, and I think we chat like for 1 minute. For me, that was the dream come true. I couldn't believe that like I'm talking with one of the big guns in the triathlon because like before I went to do my first Ironman, to be honest with you, I was doing my secret training doing Jan's Frodeno program.
Oh, wow. Okay. Tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, because like with my coach, I was like I had a coach with like a clinical. He allows me to do things that I think are good for me. Like like you can have the coach, but like what's good for you. Glencoe would allow me to do the stuff like when it's come to running because I'm good at running, very good at running. All my personal best are too like I was running my personal best like a long time ago, but like I got a good background when it's come to running. So like I used to follow Jan Frodeno each and every day. I will watch Jan Frodeno's documentary, watching him training, doing all the stuff, so I can prepare myself for my first full Ironman. I remember there was this time where I had to do like 400 meters times 20. I was like, shit, this is crazy.
Yes, I'm sure you watched the
But
same one I did in where he's training in Cape Town with Specialized, and he's doing the hill sprints and everything. I'm sure you watched that one. Yes.
Yeah, I did watch that one where he's doing like the uphill like for like 45 minutes, and then he went straight to the track where he was doing like yeah.
All right, so taking it back a little bit further. So obviously swimming isn't your best. Biking, you seems like you've come such a long way so quickly. Tell us a little bit more about the swimming. I've heard a story where you might have been swimming with some crocodiles at the beginning. So take us from that point into how your swimming's doing now.
Nah, man, to be honest, like I started swimming when I was in rural area. I always had to fight with my parents because around the place where I live in north of KZN, there's lots of crocodiles in the river, snakes. They are too dangerous down here in South Africa, not compared to Germany.
Yes.
Yeah, so like each and every day, like on weekends, I have to go to the river and then swim with my friends at the river where there's crocodiles. So like we will know like, okay, the crocodiles, they're swimming like there's a place where there's like a lot of crocodiles, but some of them, they will come along where we are swimming, like maybe like chasing some fish, and then we'll see like, oh, there's a crocodile this side. And then there was this time where we were swimming and then we were jumping on the cliff. And then while I was jumping, and then like the moment I was already jumped, and then I saw like, oh, there's a crocodile in the water, and I have to jump right to straight and then run out of the water. It was crazy, man, because like even my parents, they didn't know about it, but like along the time, people, they did say like, oh, SANELE, he almost killed by a crocodile like a long time ago.
Oh my goodness, SANELE, you sound a little bit like me, where you always come back to something that scares you or something that doesn't go well. Like you're back swimming, you keep swimming, you're doing triathlon even after that experience, and even after having a steel bike and riding without cycling shorts, you come back to doing triathlon. I think most people would have quit after those two experiences. So you have that fighting spirit in you. I remember hearing in your Breakfast with Bob interview, you also said that the strong mindset is the key. Has that been a huge factor, you think, that's led you to all the way where you are now and most recently at Challenge Roth?
Yeah, it is true, man. Like once you have a strong mindset, that anything that will come on your way. Also, like believing in yourself, know what you want in life. With me, like moving into Devon. Devon is like an open area, so there's a lot of things. People they love to party. Most of the guys around my place, they are the party animals. So most of the people they will ask me like, man, how do you make it a sport like living in this place? Because like
Yeah.
most of the guys they are more into drugs, more into like when it comes to South Africa, like hijacking, you have to be careful on the road all the time. So like they ask me like, how do you make it living in the township? I'm like, no man, it's not about where you live. It's all about like what your parents like teach
Yeah.
you when you were growing up, and then also like knowing what you want in life. Because like I strongly believe down in my area, people they are more like are motivated. A lot of the guys, like lots of the guys, they will be like on the street. Some of them will like, hey man, we will love to join you, like train with you. So like I think like there's like two guys now that like into triathlon because of me. It's Iniesta and Moldy. You remember I
Yes.
told you when I was in Germany, Challenge Road, doing Challenge Road. I
Yes.
had like a week after Challenge Road, I had to do like it's a South African Duathlon Championship.
Okay.
Yeah, so we went to South Africa to do the South African Duathlon Championship, and then two of them they qualified to go to World Champs. Next year they qualified to go to Duathlon World Champs.
Oh man. See, I told you when I met
Yeah,
you,
man.
like you are inspiring so many people, and there you are. That's incredible. So,
Yeah, it is, man. Because like right now, with Geriba Beach, we are trying to help the guys. Like here in South Africa, most of the guys they qualify to go to a champs, but like they can't make it to a champ. So
yeah.
now, like I did sit down with Geriba Beach. He's like, we need to try help the guys. Like we need to open like something like it's an NGO. It's a national government organization that will help people who qualify for world champs, like most of the guys here down in South Africa, as I told you, the current is too weak, man. So like
Yeah.
it's not easy to afford to go to world champs. So this NGO will help the guys to pay them entry fees, bike savings. If they need to go to race, they go into the race. This project is going to help them to get where I am, because like I have experienced it. So like I know how it is like to qualify for world champs and then not going to work. You qualify but you can't make it to the world champs. It's really painful. I don't want to lie to you. So I don't want these guys to go through what I went through.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to help them to get where I am. That's the
I,
part of the plan from now on. From now on.
I love that, Sanelli. I love hearing that because it sounds like as you were growing in the triathlon world, it sounds like you had a lot of help as well. And that community was a lot for you. And now you're passing that on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to you. There's like more like when it's come to triathlon, we got a good triathlon family down in South Africa. I don't lie to you.
Nice.
Everyone is helping me. I'll name a lot of names like Gary Papici, De La Ponte family, Blanche Mola, Savages Athletic Club, Sianta. There's a lot, man. When it comes to nutrition, like I also got a support from 32 because you know, man, like doing full Ironman, you need to have a good nutrition plan. So
yeah. Okay. So, because I could talk to you all day. Let's hop
yeah,
back
I know.
to let's go to Kona and tell me about Kona because you were the first Black African to qualify, right, for Kona, and then tell me about that race there, and then we'll get to Challenge Roth and talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, to be honest with you, for me to go to Kona, it was a dream come true. But going to Kona, yeah, it was crazy because it was the longest flight I ever experienced. It was my first time flying
Wow.
to another. place, like going to international race. That was
Wow.
my first international race going to Hawaii. So it was
Mm.
amazing. Getting to Hawaii, my first thing was like, I need to meet Jan Frodeno. That was my first thing.
Yes.
So getting into Hawaii, the first thing, like get to Hawaii, and then I was like, next day I have to go to do like my 1 hour swim in the ocean, because like it's beautiful swimming in Hawaii. The water is so clear, it's calm, it's beautiful. Hawaii, man. Yeah, it was my dream come true getting into Hawaii. I remember the experience I got in Hawaii when I was swimming. I was like 500 meters away from the beach, and then like I was swimming with more than 20 dolphins. That was the amazing experience I got in Hawaii before my race day.
Better than Jan Frodeno, though? Better than talking with Jan? Dolphins or Jan? Which one?
No, obviously it's Jan, man.
No, okay.
No ways, it's Jan Frodeno, man.
Yes. All
Even when
right.
I was talking to Jan Frodeno, like I was so speechless, because like I know what I want to say, but the excitement like got me so speechless. I couldn't say things that I wanted to say to him.
Of course.
Yeah, I wish one day I could get another chance, but I heard that he's going also to Nice. So like Nice, at least if I can like have like more than 30 minutes talking to Jan Frodeno, because you know he's also from South Africa.
Yes, yes, I know. That would be the dream. I was lucky to meet him at Roth too, and I had the same feelings that you did. So, but
No, serious.
yes, yes, back to Kona. I want to hear more about you.
Yeah, it was an amazing race. Like because my target was to go like sub 9 hours, but I couldn't make it because like I also cramped in Kona, and then I also have a bike crash. But the bike crash, that was the thing that made me not enjoying Kona, because like I swam 101. The swim was so amazing. I felt so good. I was like, okay, let me get to the bike now. It's time to chase my dreams. And
Yeah.
then on the bike, I think I was like a 45 kilometer on the bike. And then like when I was going to the water table, you know, like in Hawaii, once you get out of the water, there's like more than 100 triathletes on the road, more than 500 triathletes on the road. So it's not easy. You have to be
Yeah.
careful on the road, especially when you're going to the water table.
Mm.
So like the moment I was going to the water table, there was this triathlete. He was so aggressive. And then he just went straight right to my front wheel, and then we crashed, and then I went straight to the water table, and then like
Wow.
my helmet got cracked,
Mm.
and then like my bike, but it was not too bad. I was able to carry on with my race, but like I got some injuries, bruises. I was
Mm.
able to ride, but like to run was not easy, especially running on the uphills, like because I have to like walk on the uphills and then run on the flats. So Kona was amazing, I don't lie to you, because like the dream was to finish Kona
Yeah.
under 9 hours. But after I got crashed, and then I was like, no, let me just go to the finish line. At least if I can finish the race, that would be, because that was my dream, to finish
Yeah.
Kona, to get there to the finish line.
Mm.
Yeah, it was amazing. People in Hawaii, the atmosphere, you could see people in Hawaii. When it's come to triathlon, it's another level. Nothing compared to other countries. Like
Oh,
everyone, they want to go to Hawaii.
yes, that's true. But then let me ask you, I always ask a hot question in my interviews. A hot question then,
Yeah.
after going to Roth, you were probably expecting this question, and having gone to Kona, which one? If you could go back one more time, which one would you do? It's a hard
Challenge Road.
question. Challenge Roth. Oh man.
Challenge
Yeah.
Road. Obvious, it's Challenge Road.
Yeah.
Down in Germany, man, like when it comes to triathlon, like I think everyone should learn from what you are doing at Challenge Road. Like
Mm.
getting to the bike, the assist that you're getting from the volunteers, more than like 6,000, more than 6.5 volunteers on the road, and the atmosphere, the way they support you, they support on the road. Even when you are tired, you're like, no, man, I need to finish this race. Because like last 10Ks on the run, started craving, but because of the people around the street, the way they support us, the way they motivate us, I'm like, no, man, I need to finish this race. No, even if I'm cramping, but like, let me try to get it at the back of my mind and then see myself finish at the finish line. That's how people, they help us on the road. It's really amazing. I don't want to lie to you. Challenge Road, for me, that was the best triathlon race I ever experienced. I know people, they're like, Kona, but I wish everyone should try Challenge Road. Challenge Road is the best race in the world. Trust me. I'll say pick up to to you guys. You are the best guys. The support for me to get a homestay in Germany, not paying anything. That was amazing because
Yeah.
like they understand the sport. The sport is too expensive.
Yeah.
That family, even if I have to buy some grocery, they're like, no, we got you.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
do anything. Yeah. So for me, I was like, are you guys serious? I felt like I was dreaming the way they treated me
Yeah.
because like they treat me as a member of the family. I was like, yes, I wish I could move to Germany one day.
I felt the same way, man. I didn't even race, but they took care of me as if I was racing, you know, and it's
It feels
incredible.
like a dream. I'm like, nah, man, am I dreaming or not? You could slap yourself, maybe like, okay, maybe you're or what? Because
Yeah.
like the way they treat you, it's so amazing. It's unbelievable. I wish we could like have more people like that side. The way you treat the triathlete is so amazing, guys. I don't lie to you. Challenge Road is the best race in the world.
Well, I love that you just answer that straight up. You know, some people always kind of give you know, political answer, but you gave it straight from your heart.
Nah, man, Challenge Road is amazing, bro. That's all I hear. That's all I
So
hear.
hill.
Yes.
I love it, man. Okay, so tell us a little bit about that, how you got to Challenge Roth in the first place, and then I'll finish up with some last questions for you.
Cool, man. Like after I did Hawaii, and then like I sit down with Gary. He was like, "Okay, man. Like after Hawaii, what the next step?" I was like, "You know, my dream is to do Challenge Road." It's like he said, like, I can try to get you to Road. I'm like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And then Gary, man, that guy, I call him my godfather. He's my godfather. He has done so much for me. That's why, like, I'm saying, like, if I could get a tattoo, I'll put his name on. Because he's the one who helped me from scratch, bro.
Yeah.
From scratch. When I was nothing, he took me from zero to where I am right now. So it's Gary who helped me to get to do Challenge Road, get me an entry, and then like after he told me, and then we getting the entry for Challenge Road, and then the Challenge Road family, they gave me, I think it's 20 US dollar that had to be put in my traveling fees, everything, and also with my flights. So like after that, and then Gary was like, "No, man, your dream has come true. I think now you need to start training for Challenge Road." And then after he told me that I got the entry for Challenge Road, I was like, "No, man, why not?" And then like he said, like, "But we need to we start raising funds for me so you can meet the target, so you can able to pay the flight, the accommodation, everything, food."
Yeah.
It's a lot, man. Because like before going to Kona, before going to Germany, you have to make sure that your bike is fine. Because like, what if like your bike is not service? So like everything you have to raise funds for bike service a lot, man.
Yeah.
So Gary helped me all along, and then for me to get to Germany. Before I went to do the Challenge Road, so we were doing the KZN Duathlon champs down in South Africa in Durban. So this guy, they call him it's Sean de la Ponte. He's a big gun down in South Africa. So he's also good. He's like 45 age. Yeah. So like during the bike course, he was behind me the whole route. So I was helping him because you know when you're behind someone, it's easy for you. So like he was drafting behind me the whole bike. And then after the race, Sean de la Ponte, and then he came to me. He was like, I got a bike for you. It's staying in my garage. It's been for 2 years staying in my garage. And I was like, no, man, are you serious? He was like, yeah, I got a bike for you. And then he also told Gary Papi's like, I must come to his house to get a bike. And I was like, no, I'm coming tomorrow.
Wow.
And then the next day after the KZN Duathlon champs, I went to his house. And the bike was waiting for me there. It's an SX bike. I couldn't believe in my life that I would ever ride an SX bike.
That is amazing, man. Well, he obviously thought you deserved it more than him since he was drafting on you the whole time. So that's amazing. Cool.
I got a prize for doing that, man.
Yes, he owed you big time. Um,
Cool, man.
Amazing. Okay, so you had a great race there. I remember when I met you, you said you wanted to go sub 9, and I was like, wow, this guy's serious. This guy's a great athlete. And then I learned that you were hoping to become a pro then. And is that still the case? Is that your dream? Get your pro card and
Yeah, that is my dream. Cross my heart. Next year, I'm getting my cut pro.
all right. I love it.
After doing challenge road, I know now where I have to, because I came down and then we sit down with my coach, because like the most important, the most thing that I need to focus is my nutrition, because
Mm,
like now I have done 4 full Ironman. Each and every full Ironman, I'm cramping on the last like 10Ks cramping. Yeah, like
mm.
because like on the run I was on speed for 8:56. I was on speed for sub 9 hours, and then like when I started cramping that way, that things didn't go well. That is my dream to get a pro card. I wanted to be the first black triathlete to get a pro card. I know it's Sika Henry. You know Sika Henry. She's the black female to get a pro card. So I want to be the black male to get a pro card, the first black male to get a pro card.
Oh, that would be amazing, man. And I would love to, with my channel, just follow you and track you and show you off to everybody once you did get that pro card, man. That would be
No,
incredible.
man,
Okay,
Trevor, you have done a lot of work. Thank you for support, man. Thank you for
of course.
everything you have done for me, for your time. This means a lot for me. For you to listening to my story, it's truly I feel so blessed to have people like you in this world. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, guys, for listening to our story. The support system. It really means a lot. Thank you so much, guys.
You bet. Hey, we're not done yet because we have a lot of
Yeah, I
people.
know.
We got a few minutes. We got a lot of people listening who will want to hear about how in the heck you do this and what motivates you. You work a full-time job. Many people don't know that. You also have a son. You are training obviously for under 9 hours and to get your pro card. And you have to overcome all the obstacles that growing up and living in South Africa throws at you. How do you do it, Sanelli? And what are your biggest tips?
What motivates me? How do I get this far? To be honest with you, waking from 8 to 4, it's really hard, and also have to train. So like, for me, what motivates me is like uh, I truly believe in myself, having strong mindset. It's really helped me knowing what you want in life. Also my background, where I come from. I know where I come from, and like it truly motivates me. Growing from the rural area, because like I always wanted to bring the change into people's life. So
Mm,
like also my son, having a son like that was our first so blessed, because like he also motivates me a lot. Each and every time I'm like, no man, I need to be an inspiration to my son. I need to make sure whatever I'm doing, he looks up to me. So like waking in the morning, like going for training. Sometimes I'll wake up around 3 o'clock, started training at 3 o'clock, because like I have to make time for work. I always try to make time no matter what. I respect my working hours. I also respect my training hours. So like for me, it's a dream, man. Having a dream, you have to dream, you have to plan. They saying a dream without goals, it's nothing, man. So like
mm,
for me, I always plan everything before I wake up in the morning. I know before I go to sleep, I know tomorrow this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, because
mm.
like I also have to respect my working hours, because like that what gives me money to support my sport career.
Yeah.
Working, I'm supporting Gary's dream, but I also have to support my dreams, where
Mm,
I have to work for myself, because like for now, Gary gave me the job so I can be able to support my sports career, paying the gym fees, paying like training stuff. Uh,
yeah.
it's really expensive, but like I have to go to work so I can be able to afford paying for my training equipment. So like each and every day I have to wake up around 3 o'clock, started training, and then like after training, 8 o'clock I have to be at work, working the whole day. Sometimes I have to offload a 40-foot container.
Ooh. Wow.
It's a lot. Like some of the container would have like more than 1,000 boxes, not palletized. So like I have to like get one box out of, and then like afternoon I have to go and train because like also what motivates me is the support I get from people, man. Like I respect people's time, I respect people money. The money that they always donate for me, I don't have to take it for granted because like they work for that money. So I'm like, no, man, people have paid their money. I can't just go to race and then like I have to enjoy the race. I
Yeah.
have to make a statement, man. Give a statement. I always like it's a statement day for me because I always have to have a new personal best for whatever because like I spend so much time training. I always dream of changing where I always dream of changing people's life because like right now I have achieved so many things like because now I'm able now to help some of the guys. Now we're starting to open an NGO which will help some of the black triathletes going for world champs, getting to the race, entry fees, things that I was struggling to get from my own. But with the help I got from the triathlon family down in South Africa, it was possible for me to do all these kind of races, going to PE, going to Hawaii. So like whatever they have done for me, I also wanted to do to other people. I always wanted to bring the change to the world. That is my dream, bro. I don't think there is anything in this way that will stop me from doing what I love for my people, for my children, for my family. Because like it's all about love, man. The love of the sport. Once you love something, I don't think there's anything that will stop you from doing whatever you wanted to do. Like as I told you, I live in the township. You know, in the township, like you have to go like for triathlon. The most important part is rest. So sometimes I have to finish training around 8 o'clock at night. And then my coach will say 8 o'clock, that way you are sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard, but like each and every time I always try to make time. For me, I'd rather sleep 4 hours than training, less training, not enough training. I always have to make sure that I have enough I have enough time for training. Like if I have to do 2 hours bike indoor, if I have to do like 2 hours run, I always make time because like I always leave work at 4 o'clock, but I'm supposed to leave work at 4:30. But with the support I got from my boss, Gary Babich, and also the company that I'm working for, they always support my dreams, bro. They even lunchtime, if it's lunchtime, they allow me to go and train. I'm using their van because like, you know, I don't have a car. So like, how do I get to races? I can't use the public transport, getting my bike, going to the races, going to the training station. It's hard, man. Down in South Africa, very hard. The current is too weak. So even if people, they want to help you, it's also hard for them because like even it's hard for everyone. So like it's very hard. That's why like I'm trying to better myself, be able to bring the change to people's life. The reason I want to get to another level is because, man, I need to get sponsors. Like I don't have a sponsor for bike. I don't have a sponsor for running shoes, which are the most expensive part when it comes to triathlon.
Yes.
Swimming stuff like wetsuits. Wetsuit is more than like 5,000. That's a reasonable wetsuit. It's more than 5,000. How can I afford it? I can't afford it. That's why like I'm working very hard so I can like I'm using what I have to get what I don't have. That is me. Going for training, it's easy for me, but asking for help, that's the most painful part. It's hard. That's why, like, even Gary, he was like to me, man, you are so shy. I'm like, yeah, I'm shy, but like, I can't go to someone. I'm like, okay, man, I need some, I need this, I need money to enter this race. I need this to enter this. Like now, after road, my plan was like, okay, now I got 2 months training for world champs, which be in France in 2 months time.
Yes, I was just about to ask you about that. You're heading to Nice.
Yeah, Nice. So man, like it's too, the sport is too expensive. I have to go for swimming lesson. So I have to go for swimming training. So like where I live, there's no swimming pool. Where I live, there is no better facilities. So I have to go I have to drive like more than 10 kilometers to get to the facilities where I'll be able to train, like swim, do my bike better because like I can't even do the bike session around my place because like if I have to, like I always do my bike session on Tuesday and Wednesday. Those are the most important bike session. So around my place, there's no street light. How can I bike? Because I have each and every morning I started training around 4 o'clock. Around 4 o'clock is too dark. It's too dangerous for me.
It's dangerous.
So I have to leave from where I live and then go to the better place where I can be able to ride. Also, it's too dangerous riding outside in South Africa. It's better riding indoor. So like I can't even afford the indoor bike. I don't even use the Zwift. They're the most difficult part with me because like right now I just joined a new triathlon club which is Matrix. So most of my training program I have to use a Zwift. I have to train indoor. I can't use it because I can't afford it. So I always have to outside. I have to use what I have to get strong so I can be able to race very well. It's very hard.
SANELE, it's honestly, I could listen to that all day because you are showing everybody, not just around you, but now like, you know, with the interviews at Challenge Roth and just people getting to know you and from this interview and Breakfast with Bob, people are seeing that you can make something that's possible from something that seems so impossible. Like, I mean, you're just touching on it very briefly, but when I went back to live in South Africa, it really is so dangerous. And the fact that you have to train at that time of the morning and then in the evenings, that's crazy to me after just living there briefly and having a few encounters myself. It's so dangerous. And like you said, the money obstacle, and that's not even your fault. I mean, the currency is just terrible over there. And so SANELE, I mean, I don't want to keep it. I know you've got to go get some sleep so you can get to some more training. I don't want to stop you from that, but is there any way that people can follow you? Let us know how they can do that, and then also how we can support you, because I know you're not going to ask for that because you're too shy, but there's going to be lots of us that want to support you. So how do we follow you? How do we support you?
I got a Facebook, which is SANELE Shange, and then also got an Instagram, O31 SANELE Ironman. Those are my social media platform. And then like, to be honest with you, with the support, it's very hard. But like, I just need to get like for me, it's easy to train. I don't lie to you, but asking for help, it's hard.
Yeah,
very hard. That's the most difficult part with me. But like going for training, it's very easy, very easy. But at the moment, what I'm struggling with is to get to the races, entry fees. I don't have a bike sponsor. It's like racing stuff. Also getting to the races because like I always qualify for world champs, but for me to go to world champs is always hard. I have to raise some funds. Like right now, like I'm still raising some funds going to Nice.
So is that through a GoFundMe, or do you have something specific for that to donate?
It's a Peke party. It's a Peke party. Okay. Yeah, it's on my Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, also on Instagram.
Perfect.
I got it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, man.
Good.
It's on my bio on Instagram.
Love it. All right. I'm sure lots of people hopefully help you out. You forget, SANELE, and I told you this in person, like you give back to us from inspiring us and letting us hear your story. I mean, I get so much energy out of that it makes me want to support you.
Cool. Thank you. Thanks a lot, man. Also, like, I also forgot because, like, I told you, now we're trying to help other guys. Like Gary, has started to register an NGO where we're able to help some of the guys. Because like also like some of the guys here down in South Africa, I call it's a triathlon family. They always donate some of the stuff that they are not using. So we get some of those stuff. We get to the guys so they can be, because like it's hard to offer the cycling shoe, like training stuff. So like it's a lot, man. It's a long process, but with the help of the people down in South Africa, it was possible because like some of the guys now, like the guys that I just mentioned, that they just qualified to the world champs. Now they got bikes, they got training stuff. They also now get into the program that is helping us, like so we can go to the gym, you can get a doctor if you get an injury. It's called EAPD down in South Africa. It's here in Moses Mabhida Stadium. So those guys, they're helping us a lot. So also these guys, they just join that program so they can be able to get some assist when it comes to training stuff. How do you get fit? How with nutrition plan, with a training plan, with also if like they want to go for massage us, but that program is helping out a lot.
Wow. Amazing,
Cool.
Sanel. You sound so passionate about it. Like I said in the intro, you're the best part about triathlon. It's the whole journey, you know, it's who's around you, it's the community, and I think you embody the best of that, man. You're the Jan Frodeno for all us age groupers. We're excited to watch you, man. So, and seeing everything you're doing for other people is the best part to me. So,
watch me in front, you'll see.
Yes, I think you'll have lots of people tracking you. So now, yeah, cool.
Thanks a lot for the support, man. This really, man, so it really means a lot to me. Thank you so much, bro. For your time, for your support, with everything you have done for me. I also want to thank Mom Belinda, Bob, Jan Frodeno, everyone, the Challenge Road family. Guys, you've been so amazing to my sport career. Thank you so much for supporting us down in South Africa. You are the best. We love you guys.
Of course. Thank you so much, Sanele. Been amazing. I will talk to you later, and we'll hopefully.
Cool, bro. I enjoy time with you. You are the best, bro.
You bet, and we'll hopefully do this again.
We have to catch up.
Yes, for sure. Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to this very special episode with Sanele. He's racing Nice, like he said, in just over a week on September 10th. If you'd like to follow him and if you'd like to support him, please do check the links in the description. If you want to come up with a creative way to support Sanele, please message me here or on Instagram or on my email. I'd love to keep supporting Sanele as he inspires so many of us. So thanks so much again, and we'll see you in the next one.